It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Some space here, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Hawkins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Bucs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season. And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's going to air one out. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
I don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Less fanfare for Chris Godwin than other receivers of his ilk around the league, but he quietly put up 1,100 yards last season. The Buccaneers certainly noticed, and they handed him a new contract extension to continue being the catch magnet that he is. There's another one right there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The Bucs at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Completed out left to Dobbs. Room here to run.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hawkins. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, Rodgers.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That's caught right side by Rodgers. There you go, Rodgers to Rodgers. 1st down Packers.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses. Touchdown! 2 touchdown passes now here in his first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
No, 66. 63 lead now.
Second down, back to Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Hey, set.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, 66. Cover.
To throw, it's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on 1st down. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Hey, 66. 72. Check it.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 37 yards. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Carlton Davis picks it. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Hey, Alabama. What do you hit?
Fournette, a first down carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Hey, Alabama.
Fournette once more on second down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, set.
Now Brady on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Quay Walker in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So his first sack of the game at CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Second down and goal. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go up. No, 66. Check it, reload. Let's go up.
Now Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Going for it all. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. This is complete to Hawkins. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Rodgers going to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Hawkins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Alert!
The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Taken at the 15, a short kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On first down, Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 more there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And score that one for one of the league's best. Jalen Ramsey getting the tackle for loss.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa.
Hey, Ryan.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Brady going to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, it's Hawkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Hawkins. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to air one out. And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Brady. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Taking on the midfield logo. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Buccaneers 14. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
50.
Back to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a play fake. Brady. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
26. Throwing now is Rodgers. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Sugar! Shadow!
Brady now on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. On play action, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first and 10, here's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts to realize opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. This is complete to Hawkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hawkins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Stuck for the loss by Devin White. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Amari Rodgers. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Hawkins. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think